Yeah, I have a dream for my friends to live better, cause we ain't here forever.
How can we make all of our relationships better? Regardless who you may be, what part of the world you may be located, whatever your upbringing may have been, we all have relationships in our lives. Whether it's with our family, with our friends, with our coworkers, with our loved ones or significant other. A mentor of mine, Dr. Guillory, has a beautiful quote that says, "The quality of your life is in direct proportion to the quality of your relationships." Therefore, if we have negative, toxic relationships, we probably have a negative and toxic life. If we're surrounded by positive, peaceful, compassionate individuals, that positivity, that peacefulness, that compassion probably flows out into our individual experience. So what are some things that we can do to make our relationships better? All the relationships that we have in our life. Well, first and foremost, we must recognize what the most important relationship is. And that is the relationship that we have with ourselves. You see, if we do not love ourselves, we cannot expect other people to love us. If we can't see any value or worth inside of ourselves, then we'll be placing our value and worth based on what another person says. And when we do that, we give somebody else our power. And often that leads to disappointment, that leads to depression, that leads to not believing that we even have any seeds of greatness inside of ourselves. So what must we do to raise that level of self-love inside of ourselves? Simple. Recognize what a gift your life truly is. Regardless of what you may have experienced in your life thus far, regardless of what the future holds for you, wherever you may be at this present moment of now, there will never be another you. Truly recognize this. Don't allow the opinions or what somebody else is saying out here to seep in here and steal that greatness that you've come into this world possessing. Now, as you start doing this, you will start embracing what I like to call a true revolutionary act, which is radical self-love. Because if you truly love you, then it's not based on somebody out here. You are always moving with this lightness, with this compassion, with this peace that cannot be ripped out from within you. So loving yourself is the most important thing. But secondly, how we can start empowering, influencing, bringing more peace, more positivity to our relationships with other people are two very simple things. The first one is to truly put things in perspective. Realizing that everybody that you interact with is just as unique as you. Yes, this includes even those toxic and negative people. And putting things in perspective allows us to really value these individuals who we have the opportunity to conversate with or communicate with. Realizing that each interaction that we have with them is truly a sacred experience, because you never know if that experience will come again. I know that we all have people in our lives who we wish we could spend just one more day with, who may have transitioned or passed away. So be willing to value everybody. Put things in perspective and see that when you're talking to somebody else, it's something more than just a simple conversation. But try to be mindful of what is actually taking place of two human beings interacting with one another. Now, if you're like, Jeffon, there's negative, difficult people in my life, like, I'm not going to do that. It's understandable. But forgiveness is radical, revolutionary act as well. And you don't have to go up and hug everybody. You can forgive from a distance. But don't cast these negative thoughts towards another person, because if you do that, you're ultimately poisoning yourself. Now, the second thing we can do to enhance the quality of our relationships is to simply be present and genuinely care about the well-being of another. This could be simple things, just asking people how they're doing. It could be when you're conversating with them, not thinking about the 10 other things that you have to do for the rest of the day, but really being attentive as to what they are saying, listening. You never know where people are at. And you never know how your words or how you just simply listening could positively impact their day, their week, their month, or even their life. So embrace these few things. Look within you and build that relationship that you have with yourself. Embrace this idea of radical self-love. If there's somebody you need to forgive, forgive them. Now, this is especially true if you need to forgive yourself. For anything, the past is the past. We are here in this present moment of now. We don't have to keep drinking the poison from last week or last month or the past decade. The next thing we can do is put things in perspective when we're interacting with people, realizing how sacred each interaction with another human being actually is, and accepting them regardless of the differences. And the final thing is to truly be present, truly care about the well-being of another. This is especially true if you're with a significant other or somebody that you truly love. Genuinely care about their well-being and be willing to just simply inquire how they are doing. Just listen, mindfully, compassionately, and peacefully. Remember, the quality of your life is in direct proportion to the quality of your relationships. So make each relationship the best that it can be, and your life will continue to shine abundantly. I'll end with that rhyme. Peace.
Yeah, I have a dream for my friends to live better, cause we ain't here forever. I got a dream for the streets to know peace, no young brothers deceased.